Brooklyn 214 podcast.
Yep.
We back. Your boy K. Lou over here. We got my boy 3 right here. As you can see, Brooklyn is out of town. Jen had some business to take care of, so it's us right now.
We running.
You know, we got the other Jen coming in a minute, and we gonna talk about some stuff, some Dallas stuff. But in the meantime, since it's just us two, let's go ahead and get into some wrestling.
Wrestling.
I know Brooklyn will hate that. That's why I said it like that. Let's get into some wrestling.
For real.
It was premiere week, man. Started Monday Night Raw. Then you had NXT and AEW.
Yep.
And then Friday Night SmackDown. That's, Friday night was pretty dope.
That was good.
It's pretty dope.
Yes.
And then got Hell in a Cell tonight. There's only 4 matches that's announced for Hell in a Cell. That's kind of crazy, man. But how you want to start with Raw since it was the first show?
Yeah. Let me go back real quick.
How you feel about that episode? The new stage, the pyro being back. You know what? I'm still confused. I'm conflicted on the new stage.
Why?
I liked it because I love the ramps and the pyro, the way the pyro come out. But that big screen, like a little skateboard looking.
Yeah.
At first I was like, oh, that's dope because it's new. And then the more I looked at it, and then the more I looked at AEW and especially SmackDown. I always love SmackDown stages better anyway.
Yeah, well, I think they might be trying out. They're definitely trying out something new. But WWE is always known for trying out big things like that and then switching up after a few times. So it does look a little bit awkward, but I want to see what they do as far as using the LED stage and making designs and stuff like that. I just want to see what they're gonna do with it first. You know what I mean? Before but I'm kind of with you on that right there. But I'm just kind of thinking maybe because it's my first time seeing it, it looked a little bit awkward.
Again, I'm glad pyro is back, and a lot of entrants look dope on that stage.
I think you need pyro, man.
You gotta have it, man.
But the problem is that when you're actually at a show and you close to it, man, you can feel that heat, man.
You can feel it, and it's loud.
It's terrible, man. Yeah.
But pyro is back. We've been waiting for it. WWE 2K, this new game come out in 2 weeks. You better put pyro back on that game.
Probably as like a downloadable, you know what I mean?
Nah, it needs to be back on the game. Like for the simple fact that
game is made, man. That game is already shipped.
For the simple fact that you had pyro last year, like you could put it back on the stars, but once you won a title with them, you couldn't use the pyro because it gave you the default entrance. It's like that's the time where they really need the pyros when they the champ.
But I think I just got what they're doing. You see, they put the game out already, right? We already know that the game is already made.
Yeah. They can update it. NBA 2K do it all the time.
They could.
They just being lazy.
They could, but what they're gonna do is they're gonna have that as downloadable content because it's gonna be a part of the 2019 new set or something. You know what I mean? Some kind of crazy watch. They're gonna find a way to try to.
If they do that, I'm fine with it because I'm getting the deluxe anyway, so everything's gonna be there.
Exactly.
But
get the deluxe.
But it needs to be in this game. We don't want to wait a whole year
just for it to be in the game.
Just for the updated stages.
But when the game comes out every single year, the game is going to kind of suck. Mainly because they really can't add too much to it. You know what I mean? They got to wait on changes and stuff like that. Like they got to wait on, like it took forever for them to add the true women's division. You know what I mean? Just no reason to. But, you got to wait on stuff and try to make your game have something the next year. So that's the only problem with games that come out every year. That's the only problem, I think.
Yeah, what you think about Lashley coming back and him and Lana?
That's crazy. I'm sorry, man. Have you ever seen a more awkward man kiss a woman? You know what I mean?
Rusev is better than me.
Did he know how to hold him? I mean, I was like, do you do this in your everyday life?
Rusev is better than me. That's the second time that they had a storyline where Lana don't hold back.
Ain't she married to Rusev in real life?
Yeah, she don't hold back.
She don't hold back at all. Like, she put her leg up and everything.
Yeah,
I was like,
I thought her and Dolph was really doing something back in the day.
Yeah.
She don't hold back at all. And the way she was with Bobby, I was like, yo.
And the truth, she used to date the guy from Old Spice, the Old Spice guy.
I have no idea.
They used to be engaged. That black guy from the Old Spice, with the dude that be on the horse.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm serious. Like it was on their show, man. That Diva show.
Huh.
They used to be like I think they was engaged, but they was definitely a real couple because she went to him before her and Rusev got married and all that stuff. And, it was crazy. crazy, dog.
Yeah, but Brock Lesnar beat up Rey Mysterio and his son.
You know, because you shouldn't be in the way. You should not be in the way of the incarnate. You know, come on, bro. That's Brock Lesnar.
He in the stands.
I mean, yeah, but you know he was coming. You know, they already announced he was coming. You know he won't come there and just be friendly. Somebody finna get crushed. I thought he was gonna go after Kofi immediately. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that whole thing, because you took Ray out of you had him win a 6-man thing 2 weeks ago, and then you take him out because you have him for what? Brock Lesnar has nothing to do with the Universal.
Yeah,
so what's the reason for that?
Exactly. I wasn't expecting him to go out to me. I was like, maybe Kofi gonna be backstage doing the interview or something, and then he gonna, you know what I mean? I did not expect that, so that was kind of unexpected.
Yeah, just to take him out, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Again, WWE's being WWE on that. Vince probably rewrote the whole show,
mixing it up. You know what I mean?
Hogan and Flair got a Team Hogan, Team Flair Survivor Series type of matchup.
That's gonna be pretty weak.
What's the name? Crown Jewel. You know they're going back to Saudi Arabia. Don't nobody care about all that.
Pretty weak.
You gonna have Cain Vaz. What's his name? Cain Vasquez.
No.
The dude that beat Brock Lesnar.
Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
Did you see it though? Did you
was
see
horrible.
how flabby Cain looks now?
He can't even walk.
He is out of shape, bro.
His legs messed up too.
Yeah. And so that's gonna be a weak match.
I'm glad.
Ooh, that's gonna be pretty weak.
Get that out the way for Crown Jewel, because again, don't nobody care about the Saudi Arabia event.
You think they're gonna be landing some stiff shots in like when Brock Lesnar and Bray and
Braun?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody go get hit for
real. Yeah, this right here gonna go.
Somebody will get hit for real.
Yeah. This is gonna be a bad match.
Other than that, Raw wasn't really. You know, the Fiend came out, Bray Wyatt came out, did his thing.
I still don't. I'm sorry, bro.
I like it.
I'm like 50% on that. That's crazy to me, man.
What I think they should do.
Yeah.
I mean, he should do. It's like it's getting stale now because he's doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Like he's coming out at the end of each show and just doing the mandible claw. But I think what they should do to make it interesting is have Bray Wyatt as that funny character that he is, come out and wrestle in the look funny clothes. And then whenever he either lose or get into you know, his alter ego,
turns that boom. Okay.
And he comes and turns, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah,
like a mix of both.
I can feel that.
Yeah, just be more open to it. Besides what they doing,
you
know, the skits and all that's getting old now.
I can feel
it's time to bring actual Bray Wyatt, lovable guy in the ring,
happy
and stuff to the little music and all that.
Yeah.
And then stuff go wrong and he gets mad.
That rabbit puppet man is crazy too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he kills that thing every episode.
yeah.
But going on to NXT versus AEW. Of course, y'all know AEW was gonna win the first round.
Come on, now wait.
It's a premier show.
Oh, come
it's
on.
been hyped up for 2 years. NXT's been on.
This is something I don't understand. NXT is actually backed by the worldwide leader in sports entertainment.
But it's
AEW
NXT,
is
they
not.
just not getting on TV.
So
AEW's backed up by TNT.
But you cannot say that, of course, AEW has the better production value.
Yeah, look,
WWE has the better production value, so they should put more money into NXT.
Full Sail versus the actual Chicago, DC,
is a
Washington
WWE
DC
product. They should put more money into it then. There should be no complaints. I'm sorry.
You know the owners of AEW have more money than Vince McMahon, right?
Yes. You have been the leader in sports entertainment for like over 20-something years. You should be able to put together a better product, you know, that looks better than what you produced on Wednesday night up against AEW. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that.
NXT was a better show, bell to bell. AEW, of course, was going to win the first week. They had the same amount of views that NXT had their first week on USA. So for people to sit there and act like AEW just dominate Chris Jericho doing all this talking, AEW kicking WWE, no they not, because SmackDown destroyed AEW.
Well, that's SmackDown
destroyed NXT and
an
Raw.
Established name. SmackDown has been around for over 20 years.
If all these internet geeks and marks get on here and complain about every little single thing WWE do. I'm like, bro, you finally got an alternate. Shut up. Either watch all of it and support them all, because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I love them all. I'm happy for Cody. Like, yo, anytime he get emotional, I'll be like, yo, I'm proud of you, Cody.
Yeah.
Even though it seemed like WCW, which I get because Dusty Rhodes is his father.
I was a big fan of Dusty Rhodes and American Dream, baby.
Yeah, so AEW did their spots. You know, the match with Cody was great. Versus Sammy, I can't remember his last name, young guy, but it was great. The Nyla Rose versus the Rio.
But it was a good match. But here's the thing, though. Like I was saying, their wrestling wasn't as polished as NXT, and I think that's because NXT has connected with the audience longer. They've had a chance to work on their style of their product, their brand. You know, like different brands have different styles of wrestling and the way that they do it. So I think that AEW, like, the production value was better, but the overall, the in the ring work, I think there was a lot of. It looked like, you know, just like you said, like WCW back in the day. But I think that's the rawness that people are kind of looking for. They're looking for a little bit more rawness and not so much, you know. But you could tell sometimes when they was going to go into a spot.
It don't get more raw than NXT though.
NXT looked a lot smoother. That first match was very smooth. You know what I mean? They were connecting. It didn't look. Now NXT in the past has looked like they were waiting to do their spots against each other and doing stuff, and the crowd knew that they were going to do something. But this Wednesday night, they looked very smooth, man. I must admit.
Hey, man.
Looked very smooth.
Adam Cole and Matt Riddle, they got the match of the week. Tommaso Ciampa came back at the end. Finn Balor came back to NXT. Don't be surprised if you see more people going back to NXT.
You probably will,
because a lot of them want to go. A lot of them want to go back.
Yeah,
and they just use better in NXT. Now they're on live TV too, so it's not. You know what I'm saying? They still being seen.
I can see. I don't know if it's crazy, but I can see Bayley or Sasha Banks going back, even though they're having such good pushes right now in WWE. I can see them eventually going back. I'm telling you, if NXT,
the 4 horsewomen won't go back because they making too much money for the women. They basically ordered the women's division on the main roster, so Vince won't send them back no matter if they want to go or not. That's not happening.
I can see it, but if it dies
Ember Moon might go back.
Yeah,
that's who needs to go
she's
back.
not being used correctly right
at all. So they just wasting her. That Pac versus aka Neville versus what's the guy? Mine just went blank.
See what that's already do. See
who did he fight?
Pull it up.
Adam Page.
Okay, there you go.
Pac versus Adam Page. My mind went blank for a minute. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all these wrestlers together and trying to learn new faces for AEW and all that.
That's why I'm pulling it up, because I'm like, I can't remember these people's names.
But Pac versus Adam Page was a good match to me. I loved it. I love seeing Neville back on TV.
Yeah.
I was always a fan of him. Good to see Kenny Omega on American TV.
Yeah.
Good to see the Young Bucks finally on TV.
Yeah.
You know, outside of Ring of Honor, because I had to download an app to watch them on Ring of Honor.
Dang.
I haven't watched Ring of Honor since they left. I honestly forgot about Ring of Honor.
For real? I still watch Ring of Honor.
Because the Briscoe brothers, it's like they pretty much it for me.
Yeah.
And Bubba Ray, he's still over there, Bully Ray. But outside of that, and maybe Jay Lethal too. But outside of that, I really haven't watched it at all. Like, I don't know, I couldn't tell you any storylines or nothing for Ring of Honor right now. Because the reason I watched it to begin with was Cody, Young Bucks, and I was hoping that they actually brought up Ring of Honor and made Ring of Honor what AEW is today, but they went on and started their own thing.
It's a proving ground. It's such a proving ground. And Ring of Honor is raw, man. Ring of Honor is raw. The crowds are not that big. The places where they, you know, where they perform at, you know, it's just you could up all that value. You can put them in bigger places, but I think that'll lose something. Some type of spark that they got, man. The Ring of Honor looks like it should be in shopping centers. They should be wrestling in Walmart, bro. Not in a bad way, but I'm just saying, like, that's that proving ground. Right?
That's why I thought Cody, when they did the All Out, or All In, I should say, was it All In or All Out? All In.
All In.
When they did that, I was like, okay, this is dope for Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
See, that's before I even knew that they was gonna do AEW.
Okay.
But they took that All In and just started their own company. I was like, dang, I kind of feel bad for Ring of Honor. You kind of just left them.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Left them, but man, somebody got to do it. You can't just let. I'm sorry. There has to be some competition out there. And I think Cody Rhodes is the bravest wrestler out there because he took a chance. You know, of course, he, you know, inspired by his dad, of course, and he got that in him because his dad would go off and do that thing. But, yeah, man, you know, that just, you got to commend that dude, man, for actually stepping and making it what it is right now. Even if they lose this war, that means that somebody else they're going to win this war. Somebody else
Wednesday maybe, but
up,
not overall.
But that's a good point though. It's kind of like we took this stand here. They didn't ask WWE to jump into this race. WWE stepped up to give them competition. So if they get crushed, that's just WWE fault. They shouldn't even stepped up against them.
It's their third brand, and all they do is promote off of WWE, talking trash WWE.
I know.
That's what they've been doing. So you thought Vince was to go sit there?
But that's what you have to do. You're coming into the game. You got to show what you're compared against. You got to say, listen, we're putting out a product that's, you know, we're different from them by this. And sometimes you got to make your point until you're heard.
And you know,
and if you get that other company to say something back to you, now you got some attention. You know,
they doing exactly what TNA did. TNA came out the gates hot. Had the original TNA originals, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels.
Nah, man, this is way better than TNA. Come on now,
it's bigger than TNA now. But when TNA went to Spike TV,
TNA sucked from the beginning. I never liked TNA. I never thought they put for any good product.
At one point, TNA had the best
AJ Styles,
roster.
all that sucked.
TNA had the best roster.
Nobody even knew about it.
Going, yes, they did.
Barely.
You had RVD, Steen, Kurt Angle, Christian, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, all of them in the same. Christopher Daniels.
I feel that, yes.
Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, the Dudley Boys. They, trust me, when Hogan and them went over there,
they were flubbing storylines then, though.
But the problem with TNA is, what I think is going to be the problem with AEW is they focusing too much on WWE instead of focusing on their show.
They finna pick up the storyline. They're starting to hire a lot of vets.
TNA fell off the way they fell off because everything was WWE this, WWE that. They had the New Age Outlaws calling out Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
AEW has JR. Now, listen, WWE did
kind of rusty to me. He don't sound the same.
But his wrestling mind is the same. He has cerebral palsy, man. He can't do it.
Yeah, he's still rusty.
But
he's saying all the WWE quotes for the WWE guys. Like when Pac came out, the man that gravity forgot. No,
they steal stuff from JR throughout the years, man. We got to remember. But WWE also went and hired back Bruce Pritchard. The one that was with him throughout all the years, you know what I mean? So it's finna get hot. It's finna get real hot out there, man. You know what I mean? The return of Tony Schiavone and his voice he's like, that's the voice of your childhood right there, man. And, you know, he's a little bit rusty, but I'm telling you, Tony Schiavone's gonna come back. JR is there. This is going to be a good, solid team. And I think sometimes the voices of it, the people that set up the matches are very, very good. I'm glad they went with a veteran team, and then they stuck in a kind of new guy up in there. So
who is there with the mask?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. That's what I'm like. But I've seen him before. I can't remember his name, so I think he's kind of new. I don't know. I know this bad, but
they
still,
got so they got a mix of the Monday Night Wars together.
Yeah,
Schiavone and JR. So
yes.
The two leading forces.
Yes,
WCW, WWE.
But the thing is, they used to work together in the early WCW days.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's kind of come back together. Like dude said, he said the first match with Brian Pillman and something like that they both called together on WCW, the Monday Night War thing, against each other or something. Yeah. I don't know. Crazy.
Well, yeah, after that Friday Night SmackDown, love the new stage. It had a whole... It looks like Jen right there.
Jen is here. I guess I'll get up.
Go ahead and get the door for Jen. Tell her we're recording. Hi, Jen. How you doing? So Jen just walked in, people. Jen just walked in, but Friday night was dope. Of course, I don't like the whole UFC sports thing that they doing.
Oh, come on, bro. I mean, come on, man.
Fox is taking over. WWE don't like it.
I think it is an eventual collaboration. I mean, this thing is going to happen. This thing is going to happen eventually anyway. I mean, it's natural. Old WCW MMA fighters going to WWE is like a natural fit. The problem is a lot of them are beat down and out of shape. or maybe have injuries that make them walk funny, like Kane. Like to be saw.
He barely walked to the ring, but he beating up Brock Lesnar.
His body was all.
Who just destroyed our champion in
just not used to wrestlers being that flabby.
4 seconds.
Yeah, it was. So now I think they need to rethink that.
They did Kofi wrong, buddy.
They, come on, bro. You knew it was gonna happen anyway, but
I knew he was gonna lose, but they did him wrong.
It's to be expected. It's to be expected. I'm just glad they gave him the spot, they gave him the time that they gave him. They didn't take the belt away from him real fast. But you knew it was going to happen eventually. I'm just surprised he lasted this long, to be honest with you. You know?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I was waiting on the Fox move just so they could give it to Brock.
Okay, we got Kane in there. What did you think about the whole Tyson Fury? Yeah. I mean, he can talk a lot, but he take off his shirt, he looked like Cain Velasquez too, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, man.
I don't know. It was kind of, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool to see because they trying to go. It's Fox now, so you got to do mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So I get that.
But how did Tyson Fury even end up? Like, in what involvement will it be in?
We'll find out Monday. Tomorrow.
Was this a one-off or what? You know what I mean? I think it was.
They got him coming out tomorrow to do something.
They got him coming out tomorrow too.
Yeah, he gonna be talking tomorrow.
Yeah, he's a talker.
That is what it is.
That's entertaining.
Yeah, we'll see how it go, man.
We'll see.
I just don't want them taken away from the people that's been backstage doing all the work. Kevin Owens beating up Shane McMahon was definitely great.
I was just going to say that was nice.
Great
that was like yes.
So my rundown, I'm gonna say NXT, SmackDown, AEW, Raw, from top to bottom.
For this week's show, I'm gonna say SmackDown, AEW, NXT, Raw.
Yeah,
that's where I'm gonna put it.
Okay.
You know what? I want to put Raw up higher, but I got
Raw
to give
was
it up.
the worst show at all.
I got to give it up. For, I said I want to just because it's Raw. You know what I mean? But I got to give it up to those other ones. They're just better.
What it is. Since Jen here, we can finally get on our other topics that we was gonna talk about. Take a little break, and then we'll be back. And we got some Dallas stuff to get into.
Yeah.
Really, it's worldwide, but
yeah, uninvolved.
The whole group, Amber, what's her name? What's her last name? Geiger. The whole Justice for Her. We shut that group down, by the way.
Out of there.
Then the neighbor got shot. You saw that?
Yeah, he's killed.
Yeah, so we'll get into that.
Terrible.
Brooklyn 214 podcast. Brooklyn is in Brooklyn. He told me last minute. Jen, the other Jen, should be back. I don't know. I got to check with her. Because I know she has some stuff to do. I don't know. I think she said 3 though. So we ain't give that. So she gonna have to miss out on this week. She been talking trash on Facebook.
Oh my God, she been talking to.
She might be fired. But K-Lou 3, y'all be joined by the other Jen. What should we call you?
Dang.
Gangsta J. I'm gonna call her Gangsta J because that's how I know. And we'll be back.